wave.
But a lot of straight men are incurious, and I don't think that it makes them evil, but I think that their lives and the lives of people around them, and ultimately then the world, would be better if they would pursue some curiosity in their lives. You know what I mean?
That was awesome.
I'm so bad at being bad at stuff. It really upsets me.
Yeah, I get that.
And it's become like pathological. Like I hate being bad at stuff, and I'll do anything to not be bad at something. And I'm like, exposure therapy, actively trying this decade of my life. I think my 20s were all about mastering and figuring out comedy. And I don't know that I've mastered it, but I mean, like I got really good at like what I do, and I figured out like how I write jokes and what I think is funny. And that took a decade or more. And now I'm trying to make my 30s about being bad at stuff again because I hate it.
Yeah.
It makes me, do you have this?
I have almost the reverse of that. I'm so willing to be bad at something that I can't take a signal. No, I like tried to surf for so long. No one has ever been worse at surfing than me. And I like kept trying and trying and trying. And at some point, even my friends were like, maybe you just don't do that.
Maybe you're not a surfer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have the opposite, but I could use that. I should drop things. I should stop doing things.
I don't know that you should. I think it's really, I think it's an exercise in humility. I think it's so good to be bad at things. And I am, like I said, it's become like a pathology. Like I literally can't, what does pathology mean? Am I using that correctly? Like I said pathological and it felt right. And then I said pathology and I'm like, am I right that is what that means?
Pathology is the medical science branch focused on studying the causes, mechanisms, and the extent of diseases to enable diagnosis and treatment.
What does pathological mean? run pathological up for me real quick.
Okay. Relating to pathology.
That's not fair. They need to work on that. No, but it's become like a thing that I have like a crippling fear of being bad at things almost. And I'll do anything to get out of it. So this decade of my life is about being bad at things on the way to being good at them. And it's actually so funny because my brain is a fascinating site where I can turn anything about myself. Like I literally am like, I'm going to be good at being bad at things. And it's like, stop. Like it literally is like, I'll do anything to get, like it's really, really, really clinical. It's crazy.
Are you trying to get good at things that are also, how do I know when we're going?
We're going now.
Oh, we're going right now.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Are you trying to be good at things for like professional, like you're trying to be good at within professional realm or like hobby stuff?
I would like to have hobbies and I want to be good at things. I have hobbies. Like I like to read. I like to bicycle. I like to go to museums. Like I am not.
You like to bicycle? Like around on the street?
Yes. Do you like it?
No, I'm terrified of it.
Really?
Yes, and it feels so dangerous and people look so just like idle-minded when they're doing it. It feels like a duck before it's about to get, well, that's brutal.
It feels like a duck before, well.
I don't know. I'm always fascinated by bicycle. Do you do it for like, oh, I'm going on a little trip, or you going places on your bicycle?
Oh, to me, a day of traveling, like if I'm in a new city, my favorite thing is to find an e-bike and hit the town. I like to bike all over the place. That is a day of activity for me. Just biking through the city, stopping when I want something. Like I'll be like, oh, I want a coffee. Let me go find one. And then I'll bike to it.
Do you wear a hard hat?
I wear a helmet when I have access to one, but I'll admit a lot of times I don't. And that's really bad, and people should not be doing that.
It's scary, man.
It's really bad. You guys need to wear a helmet. Me, on the other hand, is complicated, but I know you should. It's just like sometimes you're in a different city and you don't have a helmet with you and you want to hit the e-bike.
Sometimes you want to hit the e-bike.
You want to you want to hit the e-bike bad. And am I scared? No. I think like, look, if that's the way I got to go, if I go out on an e-bike in Paris, take me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people go in such worse ways.
I think that all the time. My hobbies are always like I have very like adrenaline. To be fair, I'm talking all this smack on a bicycle, and I've very like, my hobbies are like, I like to like go fishing, but in the way where you like stand in the water. And so all these like, you know, the waves are kind of coming at you, or
I've seen you with a snake wrapped around your neck.
Yeah, I like snakes. I like snakes. So I feel like, okay, if I'm gonna go, let it be this. Like this is gonna be sick. I'm going on this like motorcycle trip in Mongolia over the summer, and everyone's like, aren't you afraid? Well, I guess that's a cycle, isn't it?
Hello.
But it's a cycle that's like
way more dangerous. I'm talking about biking on a protected lane in Brooklyn, and you're talking about riding a motorcycle in Mongolia.
It's true. But I think there's something about a motorcycle that acknowledges the danger of the situation, where it's like, yeah, we're I can't defend it.
No, that's really fair, actually.
Yeah.
I think there is I'm a prime example. There's a too relaxed of an attitude about bicycling. I get on that thing and I'm going 15 miles an hour, no helmet, smiling. Like 15 death machines aren't passing me per second.
You're humming.
Thousands. Oh, I'm singing out loud. I literally, I can't tell you the number of times on a bike ride I want to cry because I'm so happy. I love it. It's so fun.
Oh my god!
It's just fun to move quick through, and you're like in the world. You can see things happening. It's fun.
Also, this is a fun position.
This is fun. Yeah, and when you get to go around a pothole or something, it's like, hello. Bike. Okay, wait, hold on.
He's king of the town.
How did we end up at snakes?
Oh, hobbying.
No, I'm saying, how did you end up at snakes?
Oh, I thought you meant the conversation.
Yeah.
How did I? It's a story that's like, I wish it was a different story because it feels like I prepared this story, but it's just how it happened. I was in high school and I went down like a rabbit hole on Reddit of ball pythons, and I thought they were so cool. And then I was talking to someone that I was buying weed from about it, and he was like, "Oh, I got tons of ball pythons. I breed ball pythons." And I was like, "Whoa, that's crazy."
I have tons of ball pythons. It is crazy.
Well, people that have ball pythons have tons of them. They're like, they collect them. And then he was like, "I have to go away for a while." This is then cut to some time. He said, "I have to go away for a while. Will you take the ball pythons?" And I think he said he was going to the army, but I don't know what he was going to. And then he was like, "I need to leave. You need to take these ball pythons." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I took all of his ball pythons, and then I was like, "Well, this is way too many."
How many are we talking?
12 ball pythons.
Christ,
yeah.
Wally.
And then I was like, I gotta get rid of these things. And so then I took him to the pet store, and I was like, "How much for all these ball pythons?" And they were like, "We don't have enough money for all these ball pythons." And I was like,
wait, he gave you an expensive amount of snakes for free?
Yes, which makes me think that he was going away in a bad way. Maybe he was, I don't know. To this day, I'm searching for this man.
He was on the run, yeah.
And so I took him to the pet store, and they said, "We don't have enough money for all these things." And so then I was like, okay, I can either sell these off individually or this is an enterprise.
Yeah.
And so then I started breeding ball pythons.
Either I can sell these snakes individually, or of course, this is an enterprise.
Yeah.
So you start breeding them.
So I started breeding, yeah.
And then what do you do with all? You sell them all? You sell off the babies then?
You sell off the babies. I did mostly stud service, which is I had expensive males, and then I would give the males to people with females, and then they would raise or they would have the babies go through the gestation period, actually then have the eggs, and then I would get a percentage of what you sell the eggs for. Like 12. It's something very small if I'm just providing the male, because they're doing everything.
Yeah.
So anything from depending on what my relationship is with a person, if I'm like just trying to get in with this person, it would be really low.
Yeah.
But if it's someone that I have like a rapport with, then it would be up to like 30.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, crazy. It was
how
bananas.
How much money are we talking? How much does a snake go
You
for?
can tell. I mean, like, it's crazy. There was I was living, I did it during my gap year. I took a gap year. And then
this is when you dropped out of you were at Barnard?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then went up there, did a year there, and then I lived off campus in like an apartment off just snake money in a 1-bedroom.
Okay. I have so many questions. Sorry, gap year was between high school and Barnard.
Yes.
Yes. So we took a gap year. This is when you start breeding the snakes.
Yes.
And you get enough snake money to go and live off campus.
At the time, I wanted to live on campus at first. Then I was living on campus, and I was like, "This is no one." I just felt so. I wasn't into it. And so
What did you feel? What did you feel?
I think I felt my high school experience was really particular, and I went to like this school where you kind of like lived on a ranch, and this is another, like, there's a lot of lore. I lived on a ranch and take care of a horse, and you had like so much responsibility, and like you were doing laundry, you were just like living on your own very much. And so then I went to college, and I was like, oh, I'm already an adult, and you guys are like, how do I do laundry? And I was just so not there.
Well, you had already taken care of the horse.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like none of these girls have taken care of a horse. I got to get the fuck out of here.
Truly.
Yeah,
yes.
I feel that. I understand. I mean, I've not gone through that, but I can imagine. Yeah.
I just felt older, and also like no one was partying, and they were like really, there was like no one was, hanging out in the dorms in that way. And I think it was because the RAs were really on top of shit.
Yeah.
And then also I got in a lot of trouble for various things.
The snakes, I would imagine.
The snakes. I did have the snakes in the dorm. So there were the snakes in the dorm. And then there was also this time that I tried to brew my own beer. And because I was like,
you didn't want to get a fake ID, right? So
I could not figure out how to get one of these things. It was so hard to get a fake ID.
Yeah.
It was so. Did you have this experience?
I wasn't trying to get a fake. I wasn't cool.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't want to? Were you like not? Did you not drink in college?
I just don't. Well, no, I went to a state school in Missouri, so getting alcohol was not an issue. You didn't need any kind of identification to get alcohol. We got alcohol when I was like 14. It was no problem. People's parents were happy to give it to us. But I just have never been interested in bars or like truly when my friends started going to like the college town bars. I went to the first couple times out of curiosity, and I just walked in and I felt like a 65-year-old queen. Like I was just like, oh, it's loud. I hated it, and I still do. It's just not my scene.
I hate it.
Yeah. But you wanted a fake ID to go to it?
Now I hate it as an adult. I hate it. Yeah. And in a way, I think I had that experience in college where I just felt old. I felt like, what are we doing here? But also I did want to party, and I couldn't get a fake ID. So I tried to brew my own beer, and I was like, this will be great. I'll sell it. And then
I love your entrepreneurial mind. every day, it seems like at least during this period of life, every day you were waking up and going, I need to capitalize.
I do think I've always been kind of like hustlery. I don't know, for whatever reason. And then I got caught with the beer, and then it was clear that was I had to like write a letter to an RA, and I was like, this is gonna be a whole thing.
Write a letter to the RA,
right? Like I got caught, and I had to write like an apology letter.
See, my shit with authority, I would have killed somebody. I'm not gonna write a letter to an RA.
Yeah.
You can kick me out before I do that. That's crazy.
It was so like it had to be really patronizing, you know.
Write a letter to my peer who like signed up to be part of the SS. Like, no, I'm not writing a letter to my peer who's like a dorm police. That's crazy. All because you brewed some beer?
Exactly.
God, that's stupid.
Quite truly. That's how I felt at the time. And then I was like, okay, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And then I got an apartment.
You got an apartment so you could breed the snakes.
Yeah.
Now, how much are we selling a snake for?
You could sell a snake for like anywhere between, within one clutch, depending on how you've like, do you remember in biology class, Punnett squares?
Oh, I know of them, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Top right, you're going to have red hair or whatever the fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you were like, when am I ever going to use this?
Yeah.
Snake breeding. It's true.
Yeah.
True.
It came up.
And so you're like, you do your Punnett squares to make sure that, okay, how am I going to make the most out of this clutch? And so you might sell a snake for like $50, and then you could sell a snake for like $12,000.
Shut your goddamn mouth. Have you sold a snake for $12,000? Wally! Wow.
I know.
What was so special about it?
It had two genes that were really like prized. One,
it was silly. It was silly and adventurous. I'll take it for $12,000.
Goofy little genes.
Yeah.
It's called xanthic. It's like this gene that is high black and white is what it looks like almost like a checkered board, a little bit like teeny tiny checkered boards.
Its skin does?
Its skin does. Okay. This is all in the skin.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what this is all about.
All about the skin.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I didn't know if it was like this one slithers faster than the others. It's all about appearances.
All about appearances.
I was briefly in a snake group and I learned some of this.
What?
Yo, yeah. Did you not know this?
No.
Well, this is a joke I used to do, but I used to, when I started comedy in Chicago, I would join any Facebook group I could get my hands on.
Oh yeah, they're big on the Facebook group. Snake people.
Yeah. I was just trying to see how people lived. I was in like a truck drivers group in Tulsa.
Whoa.
It started in college actually. I would join other colleges, like class of 2021 groups or whatever. And I would, or I guess at the time it was like class of 2018, but I would join their groups and just like start posting. I'd like Google facts about their college and I'd be like, who's hanging out at the Johnson Quad today? And I would just see what people said. I was unwell and I joined a snake owners group and I learned that originally I joined it was called Snake Owners. And then there was another group called Snake Owners, parentheses, nice people only. Because the first snake owners group, there was a lot of bullying of the snakes.
It's like if you're in a snake group, you have to be so like fastidious about your. Yeah, I don't know what fastidious. That just came out of me. Fastidious?
No, you're right.
Is that right?
Like concentrated, like
you have
focused.
To be, okay, fastidious about your husbandry. Because if you post a photo and you're like, "What's wrong with my snake?" and they're like, "The humidity doesn't. This tank doesn't look like it could hold humidity," or like, "Why do you have aspen instead of cedar wood chippings?" Like they're so aggressive. Yeah. They're so mean.
The people I saw, they were not going after the environs. They were going after the appearances. They were saying your snake is fat. He has bad markings. He's ugly. They were being mean. They were being like, this snake is ugly. And then in a new group, they were like, hey, like only tell me if my snake has cancer or something. Like I don't want you to call him ugly. Like people were getting really defensive of their snake.
That is awesome. And I see that too. Yeah. I mean, like people, I feel like they're so, I mean, I don't know about ugly, but they're so like if your snake is obese or too skinny or has dry skin, they hate eczema in the snake community.
Yeah.
It's like they really get on
How do you have to, do you lotion your snake?
I give him baths.
I'm sorry. Oh God. Oh God. I'm so sorry. It's not. I just am very. That makes me really. I do not hate snakes.
You can hate. It's okay.
I really don't. I don't ever want to touch or see one.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
But I don't hate them, and I love your hobby.
Thank you.
If I touched or saw one, it just makes me really, the idea of like when you give them a bath, well, how do you do it? Like show me on the mic, maybe. I get a big piece of Tupperware. No, it's not. You just put him in there?
I just put him in there and then I put a lid on and then his slithering and try to getting out, that's his own bath. Yeah. So it's really just...
That's worse.
Although sometimes if they have a bad shed, you'll put this thing called sheddies on them, and it's like a little lotion, and you just kind of... Yeah, it's I guess tough for you.
That is really like... if I had to watch you do that with lotion on a snake, I'd be like, you're a supervillain. Yeah. That'd be really scary for me to watch. But I'm interested. So 12,000 Xanthic makes them black and white checkers.
And also I had scaleless, like scaleless is like a big...
scaleless. Is that really hard to get?
Because you have to breed for it because you're constantly breeding snakes with less and less scales with snakes and less.
So if you get like a totally scaleless
Xanthic.
You get a totally scaleless Xanthic snake. Sorry, there's like World War III going on in the hallway. Yeah. There's something wrong with people in this building. You get a totally scaleless snake with Xanthic
little markings.
Mm-hmm. He's going for 12,000.
It's like so specific on who the parents are and like what the recessive genes are. But you can get, I mean, like even like super rare, like $30,000 a snake. I've never sold a snake for that amount of money. But
you've sold for 12. Mm-hmm. Is that the most you ever sold a snake for? 12.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a lot.
And I'm not even sure I should have sold it for 12, but because I wasn't. Well, I don't know. He's not going to watch this. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what the genes of the grandparents were, but I ultimately, it was like I just gave my snake over to the guy, and
yeah. You think you should have charged more?
I think I should charge less.
That's not your problem, though. As the snake proprietor, if a guy's willing to pay 12 for the snake, you give him the snake for 12. I mean, it's not like you ripped him off because it's not like a car. Like if he was like a single parent, you sold him a minivan that you're like, the brakes don't work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would be fucked up.
Yeah.
But like the snake, it's like if you've got 12,000 for the snake, do you know what he did in life? Like what does he do as a job?
All these people, it's such a so I go to these reptile conventions, which is where you sell a lot of these things. It's where Rose Byrne recently said her
Bobby Cannavale.
Yes,
he couldn't be at the thing because he was at a reptile convention.
He's at Repticon. Yeah. That's what it's called. It's called Repticon.
Yeah.
And you go, and it's the crazy. Honestly, if this group of people worked hard enough, they could solve a lot of cultural differences, because it's some of the most conservative, just like bearded, tattoo, MAGA guys. But then also like it's a lot of people of color. It's a lot of people in the hood. It's like it's really everyone is there. But also it's like billionaires that just don't know what to do with their money. It's the most bizarre, and it's all these like tough guys trying to prove their masculinity by being like, look at my little pet lizard. It's crazy.
This is the furry community as well. If the furry community and the reptile loving community could get together and get organized, they could do, because most furries are like dentists and shit.
Whoa, really?
Being a furry is very expensive.
You know what? I would imagine, because they have all of that like mascot costume. I'm like, this thing has to cost a lot of money.
And you know what? I thought the whole point of I slept with a furry once. I thought the whole point.
What?
He wasn't in costume. He was human, but we did it human mode. But here's the thing though. I learned from him that he's a great guy. I just saw him recently. Actually, we're friends now. But he.
Whoa.
Is
he okay with? Does he mind you talking? Well, I guess you don't.
I'm not saying anything about him. Yeah, I don't know. I've not asked him, because if I were going to reveal intimate things, I would ask.
Yeah.
But what I learned is a lot of people in the furry community, I always assumed that the whole point was to fuck in the costume. I'm like, you become the wolf to fuck as the wolf, but not the case.
You become the wolf to fuck as the man.
Well, sometimes they won't fuck in the costume a lot because they're so expensive. You can't risk coming on it or mat the fur. You don't want to mat the fur.
No.
Yeah, because you can't get that stuff out of the fur. So you don't want to mat the fur. So they won't. A lot of times. You don't
want to mat the fur.
Yeah, they'll be like, I cosplay as I'm a hawk, but I will not fuck you as the hawk.
But when they fuck you, are they mentally the hawk?
You know, it's a question that I would love to ask. Maybe I should get a furry on. That would actually be really interesting. Let's make a note, Chance. I think it would be interesting to talk with a furry, because I don't know if mentally they're the hawk. I think part of it is like, maybe it's like foreplay, like they get off on walking around the conventions as the hawk, and then they go. And I think some of them do fuck in the costumes. Some of them have costumes that are designed for fucking, I believe. Like it's just a head and some shoulder piece, and then the rest is like they wear like a jock strap or something.
Like a centaur. No.
Totally.
Reverse centaur.
Reverse centaur. Yeah, human whole and animal head. And I think that's beautiful. But what I'm saying is the furry community and the reptile community, it sounds very similar, where it's like people with a lot of disposable income that don't really care anything else about you, I'm feeling.
Yes.
Furries might be a little more like lefty, I think, like politically lefty on purpose. But the point is, I think these two communities could really change the world. And I don't think I want them to, but they could.
I think I didn't mean to, if I sounded like I was shitting on furries. I feel like we need more things like this. I was thinking of when I was thinking of my So Trü, I was like, one of them could be, but I don't think this is it. But
yeah, burn this one now. We'll get to the real one later.
I feel like we need more hobbies.
Yeah.
I feel like people need more hobbies. It's such like I feel this with fly fishing too, where it brings all these different people together, because I love to fly fish and I'm always out with like I just went out in Tennessee with a guy that I don't know his politics. I definitely don't think they were close to mine.
Based on the day we had, I'm just thinking probably not voting the same. Yeah.
But I think that we could find common ground in a way where he would walk away being like, yeah, I think maybe we don't build a wall. Maybe, I just met a delightful Mexican, you know? I don't know.
That's really beautiful. I love that. I hope that that's true.
What are your hobby? You bicycle. Do you have any hobbies that are like
being anti-immigration? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm helping out on the wall a lot, which my hobby. I like to bike. I like to read. I like to go to museums. I'm trying to think if I have other hobbies. I'm learning guitar. I'm trying to get better at Spanish. My Spanish is humiliatingly bad. But
have you ever taken a lesson?
Yeah, I have. I was taking lessons for a while, but I wasn't practicing because I was so busy. I was trying to take lessons last year, and I was so busy last year that like I wasn't doing the work I needed to do outside of class. So it was mostly my poor, sweet teacher just being a little frustrated with me. But I'm trying now. I'm like back at it.
It's so hard to practice Spanish. It's so that one maybe is where I really relate to. And although maybe this more has to do with my identity politics or not. Is that the right use of identity politics? I don't know.
I liked it regardless.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That it's so hard for me to be bad at Spanish out in the wild, where it's so shameful, and I'm like, I feel like I should. Is that how you feel when you're upset that you're bad at something? Where you're like, I feel like I should be better at this.
Yes, and also I think if I'm being 100% honest with myself, it's that I'm used to being good at things, but I think I've also self-sorted to only spend my time on things I'm good at, and so it has like reinforced a narrative to me that it's like I'm good at things when I first try them, and it's like no, you have self-selected things that you would be good at to avoid failing, and I only ever really let myself fail at comedy, and it was like one of the most difficult and rewarding things I've ever done. But I want to I want to get rid of this unhelpful narrative I have that I'm good at things. It's a totally useless narrative. It doesn't matter. It's not interesting. I want to be somebody who tries. I think that's so much cooler.
Growth mindset.
What about you? Do you feel do you feel that you're good at things inherently, or do you have to work really hard?
No, I definitely don't think maybe I'm actually no, I don't think I'm good at things. Yeah, it's the truth. I don't think I'm good at things. Are you competitive?
Yes.
I feel I'm really not competitive, and I've always attributed it to the fact that I'm not good at things. And I'm like, well, if I thought I could win the race, maybe I would be competitive. But I've always been not super athletic, genuinely unintuitive, which is why comedy, I do think, works so well. I like these niche things where I'm like, okay, I'm good at reading books. Which makes me good at like fly fishing or knowing about snakes or weird niche hobbies, or, I'm in a way good at being unintuitive, which then I can turn into comedy. So in some ways good at things, but in most ways like remarkably bad at things.
Yeah.
Like figuring out how to I remember being in an office and everyone would kind of just watch me to watch like, what is she going to do with the fax machine? And then it was just like, or like I was always finding out new ways in which I was doing things wrong. Like even in a writer's room one time I stepped in a puddle, and so I took my shoe off, and then I walked around all day with only one shoe on, and everyone was like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, what do you want me to wear the dirty? They're like, clean the shoe. Yeah. And I was like, okay. I don't know, like little things where it just felt like I've always done things a little off.
Yeah, but you're curious.
But I am curious. Yeah.
You're very curious. It's one of my favorite qualities a person can have. I love that about you. It's something I identified about you very, like the first time I met you.
Wow.
I was like, I think Wally's curious.
You.
I think it's one of the most important things that a person can be in life. It's like it just makes life so much more interesting to be curious about things and people.
I have this crazy, no, it's not crazy. Do you feel like no. I was about to say, I feel like, man, I wish men were more curious. Straight men.
Yeah.
Okay.
1,000%. Okay. It's like our biggest problem. Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't know if I can gender it. And then I was like, well, then maybe I shouldn't say it. But so that's the journey you just saw me go on.
No, I think so many of the times when we talk about like things that could be better in society, I think it's just removing the venom and the demonizing. Like, look, a lot of straight men are not very curious. We know this. The straight men that I have in my life that I love are curious people, and when they interact with other straight men, they find the same thing, that they're like, these guys are like kind of boring. And the thing is, it doesn't mean that you're evil. It just means that you were socialized in a society that has always prioritized your interests over everything. And so you've never had to be curious the way that people with marginalized identities have. Doesn't make you a bad person. Doesn't mean you're evil. It's just a fact about you that a lot of these guys are uncurious, and they could fix it. It's the same thing with like, I get annoyed when people when people are like, ugh, that's such a, like people will be like, oh, that's such a privilege. They'll be like, oh, that's so privileged. I'm like, yeah, some people have privileges. Like sometimes facts are not indictments. Like when you go like, oh, that's such a white thing to say. It's like, well, yeah, that's a white person. Like these are not necessarily inherently bad things. Now, sometimes they verge into being not just a white person thing to say, but also racist. And then that's when it becomes like a problem that needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
But a lot of times like facts are just not indictments. Like things can just be true, and you can go like, oh, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. And if I want to fix it or change it, I can, you know?
Yeah.
But a lot of straight men are incurious, and I don't think that it makes them evil, but I think that their lives and the lives of people around them, and ultimately then the world, would be better if they would pursue some curiosity in their lives. You know what I mean?
That was awesome.
Me rambling and you having to listen to it?
That was awesome. I was like, you should run for something. That was great.
But don't you feel, I just feel like removing the part where people are in trouble for it is like, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Just like it's a fact that you're being kind of incurious, and it'd be cool if you weren't.
Yeah. And then we shame it, and then they reject it. And then they can't accept this fact about themselves.
Yeah. Also,
or something.
It is hard. Like I think it would be helpful if we treated the way that when we talk about someone that's in a non-dominant group, like when we talk about being socialized as a woman in America, we go, like when we think about like our moms, for example, like some of the things my mom does frustrate me to my core. I love her to death. I think she's a wonderful human being. And oftentimes, or my grandma, I'll go, you know, she is a woman who was socialized in the 70s, and that must have been so fucking hard. The way that you give grace for that, I think we can also do that for people. We don't have to. No one has a responsibility to, but we can also do that for people in dominant groups of like, you can have grace for someone who was socialized from a place of power as well and be like, oh, the reason this guy is uncurious is because he's never had to take interest in someone else. And you can still hold accountable and be like, that's not an energy I want to be around. It needs to change. But also like understanding it and not making it so evil and giving a little bit of credit to the larger forces that were at play. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. No, absolutely.
It makes everyone untense their asshole a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it makes fixing things a little bit easier. Mm-hmm. You know? That's how I feel.
I agree. I can't imagine having anything more insightful to say.
Well. This episode is sponsored by our friends at Trü Frü. In a world where there's hundreds, if not thousands of options when you're looking for an exciting new snack to try, Trü Frü is making that choice easier than ever. I actually really love eating these. My favorite flavor, leave it in. My favorite flavor is probably the raspberries or the strawberries. I forgot about the raspberry ones, but I do love those ones in the chocolate. This guy, you know him? Went to college with him. Good guy. Trü Frü, in all seriousness, is made with real fruit and real chocolate or yogurt, and you can taste the quality in each bite. You can keep them in the freezer to ensure they stay fresh and ready to grab when you want something sweet. Trü Frü is the ultimate treat that's also made from real ingredients, so it feels like a better dessert option without sacrificing taste. They're perfect for everyday snacking and any occasion. Grab a handful of Trü Frü when you're watching TV, or maybe when you're winding down at the end of a long day, or put them out on the kitchen table next time you're hosting friends and watch the feeding frenzy begin. Watch the feeding frenzy begin. Be sure to save it back for yourself, though. Trust me, they go fast. So next time you're at the grocery store, be on the lookout for those blue bags with fruit found in the freezer aisle. Try to say that 10 times fast. Blue bags with fruit found in the freezer aisle. You can't do it. I wish I could make someone else try it with me right now. Look out for those blue bags with fruit found in the freezer aisle. Thank you, Trü Frü, for sponsoring this episode. And thank you to my speech therapist for helping me when I was a little kid. This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. I love Squarespace. They've been here since day one. Shout out. We all could use a good website in this day and age, I tell you what. And Squarespace has so many awesome features to get yours up and running. Squarespace gives you everything you need to offer services and get paid all in one place. From consultations to events and experiences, showcase your offerings with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business. Get paid on time with professional on-brand invoices and online payments, plus streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools. Wow! Get discovered fast with integrated Squarespace SEO tools. Of course, I know what that is. Every website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions. Heard of it? An auto-generated sitemap, of course, and more, so you show up more often on search engines and bring in more of your ideal customers. Head to squarespace.com/SoTrue for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use offer code SOTRUE to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you, Squarespace. That is so funny. I want to know about Horse High School.
Horse High School. I'm like, well, if I had anything to say, it would just be, yeah, that. Horse High School.
No, well, it's not your fault. When I monologue for 15 minutes, it's not necessarily that you're going to have something to add to it. That's a place where I could talk less and let you talk.
No, I think you should say more of those things. I think you should say them to groups of people. I don't know.
Caleb, you should get in front of groups of people sometimes.
I truly think you should be in politics, like 100%.
Do you want that for me?
Well, fuck.
There you go.
Yes, but I want that for us, and I think you could handle it. So maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe I do.
I don't think I would be a particularly good politician. No, that's not true. I would be a very good politician. I don't think I'm the type of person we need in politics. I think I'm self-involved. I think I love attention. I think I would much rather see someone more selfless than me be in elected office.
But I don't know that I know a lot of those people that are as good at speaking as what you just said.
Well, this is our big issue. The people who do actually important work don't want to do that because it's a psychotic. The level of love you have to have for attention to do this, for most of us, I don't know if you identify with that, but I think most people who do this love attention at a level that makes them bad public servants.
Yeah.
I don't think that's. I think part of the problem that we have is that we elect public servants based on their ability to speak.
For sure, yeah, that's true.
But
you had good ideas too. But
well, thank you.
And that too, yes.
Thank you. I steal those from smarter people who do more important jobs. But those people should be. Those people should be. Yeah. But anyway.
Do you think you love attention?
It's a really interesting thing because I do on some level. I really like that. I like when people come to shows. I like getting attention for the right reasons. When I work really hard on a joke and it works, I do love that. And I wouldn't want someone else to deliver it. When I'm writing a script and I imagine someone else getting to say a great line that I wrote, I get jealous. Yeah. I do like to perform and get attention. I don't necessarily like attention in the full scope and breadth that I have it now in my life. I don't necessarily want to have the feeling that I do have now that every time I walk into public, I'm it's like interacting with somebody who knows who I am.
Yeah.
That freaks me out a little bit, but it's part of the job. So I feel at peace with that level of attention, and I try to seek more of the kind that I like. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. No.
Do you like attention?
I think I'm similar. I definitely like attention for anything I consider my art and my craft, but I hate attention everywhere else. Actually, this is the first podcast I've ever done. Did I tell you that? No.
This is the first podcast you've ever done?
I've ever done, yes.
You didn't get forced into one during overcompensating press?
I said no to things.
That's really good.
Oh, no, I did I went on and told a short story on Benny, and they had the whole cast do Ride.
Yeah.
But beyond that, no. Because theoretically, I don't like necessarily attention for my personhood. Like if I'm in a group conversation, I do not want to be center of the group conversation. I want to observe the group conversation. Sometimes that's why I like podcasts, like Listen and Ride is I'm like, okay, great. I get to be with my friends, but not have to speak. This is awesome.
Yeah.
But attention, outside of the things that I curate is I think quite terrifying.
Then why do you do this?
Why do I do
like comedy? Why did you get into all this?
Well, I think I consider my art or my craft.
Right.
Yes.
So that totally lines up with what you're saying. That's the thing got you.
Which is kind of, I don't know, like I guess maniacal to only want to be understood in the exact way that you want to be understood, because that's what it is in a way. But that's just the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why no podcasts until this one, and why this one?
Well, this one because I listen to you and you're a joy. And
clip it.
But I mean, theoretically, a podcast is my worst nightmare. It's like a conversation, one-on-one, that lives in perpetuity. I mean, that's horrifying. I feel like I'm constantly having to battle saying something that is the right thing. Like I'm constantly my first instinct is to say the thing that makes the conversation go smoother, which is not always the true thing or the right thing, but it's like the socially anxious answer. And so then I have to battle that. And then also my views are ever evolving. So it's like, a snapshot of where I was on this specific day. I don't know. It's like, it's a bold thing to do, you know?
It's going to exit the context. Like this, like I've learned for sure doing this that it will eventually exit the context, which means that in 10 years, I certainly will regret many things I've said on this show. And that's okay. Like I think that's part of our work that we're going to have to do as like a culture, is like letting each other grow and evolve. But this podcast, it's so funny because things that were perfectly acceptable in the context of the moment and went fine and did great and everyone enjoyed it and understood it, 7 months later will get picked up by some outside audience or some group that isn't involved in the joke or whatever, some niche of some particular corner of the world, and people get really upset about it. And I think really the trick is to just be like, that's fine. I don't care. You're allowed to be upset. I'm allowed to say what I said. You're allowed to be upset. And ultimately, we all wake up tomorrow and life goes on. Yeah. It's like, whatever. Yeah, I mean, it for sure is scary and annoying, but that's really interesting. I'm surprised that you, during the press life cycle, at least for overcompensating, got out of doing all those. It feels like I say no to almost everything, and I get like hounded about that shit. It's really, they really want you to do it.
When I think I give these people a run for their money sometimes. When I say no, I'm like, no, this is not happening. Or I'll do things that they're like, why are you doing this? Or I don't know. I feel like I don't have a ton of strategy when it comes to this, which sounds like I'm such a normal girl thing to say. But you know what I mean? Because when I'm uncomfortable, bad things happen. It's not ideal for anyone. Yeah. I'm like, they keep trying to make me do in-person meetings. And I'm like, if I go in person, I will get nervous and I'm not going to do good work. I'll say crazy things. I
will ruin all of our careers. Do not send me in there. Yeah.
Yeah. I did a meeting recently and then they sent like my agent a note and they were like, yeah, we love the story about how like Wally got sober. And I was like, and they're like, what did you tell? We don't even know this story. And it's just like, there's no ability to think, it's just whatever. How do I navigate this conversation while still talking?
It's like the path of least resistance.
Path of least resistance is exactly my social strategy.
That makes sense. It's not easy. It's like I think we don't give enough credit to how hard it is to socialize. There are so many things. I've really reflected on this a lot in the last couple of years because I keep going back and forth about how I want to. There's a kid in my life that I love who is a member of my family, and I'm always like, do I say the relationship because someday he'll watch, but he is on the autism spectrum, and I've known many people with autism in my life, but specifically like helping a kid that you love through it and trying to give them the right answers. So much of adult like life and society is like teeny tiny little indescribable things that you're just supposed to know, and I feel so frustrated because I know them and he doesn't, and I don't know how to. I want to give him, like, I want to help him with the gift of understanding. Like, I'm like, yeah, when someone turns their face in that way, I know with their words they're saying that they whatever, but it's this tiny little, and you almost can't teach it. And so I don't think we give enough credit to how fucking like crazy difficult and nuanced it is to just move through the world politely.
Truly. Most of my beginning stand-up was I would catalog those tiny things of like how someone looked at you, or like one I used to really struggle with is people sometimes when they're trying to bond with you or express intimacy, they'll laugh and look at you. When you're like, ha ha ha, you know what I mean? Like,
what do you mean they'll laugh and look at you?
Like when you're laughing at something. Let's say you're watching stand-up, you're laughing, and you look at your buddy and you're like, ha, ha, ha. Yeah. And I really struggled with that one because people would laugh and look at me and I'd be like, ha, ha, or like, because it's so aggressive. Ha, ha. I don't know. Well, I can't do it.
It feels like, it's like you're laughing at something that you're both experiencing, but they turn to you to be, but that's another one of those small things where it's like, why are we doing that?
Yes.
It's like, because I want to see if you're laughing and show you that I'm laughing. And
there's an intimacy of sharing the moment via eye contact.
There's like 15 things you're communicating when you do that, and no one thinks a thing about it. And then, you have an autistic child in your life, and you're like, oh, yeah, sorry, buddy, it's going to be rough.
You have to...
You're going to have a hard time understanding this.
Laugh and make eye contact.
Yeah.
And or another one that I still think about is how sometimes when I'm out, it seems like in order to jumpstart having fun, you need to announce that you're having fun before you're actually having fun. Do you know this?
Give me an example.
Like you'll be dancing and everyone has to look like they're having a good time before they're having a good time.
Yeah.
Like before they're getting drunk enough. You know, I used to feel this when I used to drink, is that before everyone was drunk, we'd be dancing and everyone would know it hadn't hit yet, but you just have to kind of dance around and be like, yeah, and like look into space a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Do you have that experience? Or maybe I'm just not having a good time and I feel the need to announce it.
I don't know. I feel like what you're saying is that you're not drunk enough to be having fun yet, but you feel the need to perform it.
Yes. I feel like you need to perform enjoyment to signal to other people we're all enjoying it. And then I feel like I'm just really announcing how autistic I am in
I'm really listening. I'm locked in. Yeah.
Where it's like you need to look like you're having fun in order for everyone else to feel comfortable looking like they're having fun. Does
right.
that
I understand what you mean. I think my block with it is my stuff about alcohol. But specifically the idea that like you need to look like you're having fun when you're dancing, or like,
yes,
I sometimes will get in my head, and I'm sure this is what alcohol helps people with. I don't drink it a lot. I'm planning to drink a lot of it this weekend because it's my birthday. Are you coming?
Wait, no, what?
You come to my birthday party this weekend?
What's your birthday party this weekend?
You don't know this? This is my biggest fear, dude. I keep thinking I'm being so good about this. Are you free Saturday night?
Yes.
You're in New York?
No, I'm not. I have my family's white elephant party. Oh.
What? Wait, when? Where? In New York?
In New Jersey.
You can come late. The party goes until late.
Okay.
I'm going to send you the information.
Okay, send me the information.
But yes, I feel sometimes like when I'm not in a good headspace, I feel that I'll start to think a lot about how my body's moving and whether people are thinking that I'm having fun. And I will say I luckily can get out of that really quickly, but it can ruin a vibe for sure.
That's exactly what I'm thinking about.
Are you sober?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I never had like a issue with an extreme issue with alcohol, but I just find my life is so much better without it. And
you didn't have an issue with alcohol?
I had an issue with hangovers. My hangovers, I was a vicious woman. I would like get up in the morning and be like, "You're hard to love," to my partner. Like I would just like not a nice lady.
That is so fucking funny.
It was bad, but I wouldn't drink a lot. But it would take so little alcohol for me to be grumpy the next day. Yeah. And so then that continued. And then the first time I ever blacked out, I was like, this has to be the last time I ever drink. It was so bad. I have this friend, she has this incredible like practice that she does where every 5 years on her wedding, she was sad because she was like, this is the last time we'll have all these people together. And he was like, well, what if...
Yeah, I guess so. Fuck, man. Yeah, I guess so.
Unless it's a funeral, which is sad. And so her husband, they're just this awesome couple. He was like, every 5 years, let's have a get-together. And so they have like a mini wedding without the reception, or a ceremony. And everyone gets together, and they were married on New Year's. So every New Year's, they get together and party, and it was at this event, and I got so blacked out that I don't really know. Oh yeah, no, I do know. I blacked out, then I blacked back in, and I was at.
I briefly blacked out, and then I blacked back in.
And I was at they had a guy like shredding hams, like at this big prosciutto leg, and he was putting down prosciuttos, and I would pick the prosciutto up as he put it down so no one else can get it. And then I blacked out again, and then I blacked back in, and I was telling him about the Beatles, and then still at the ham station, blacked out, blacked in, and I was just going around.
Blacking in is so funny. I blacked out, blacked in, blacked out, blacked in. I'm at the ham.
It's crazy when you do that. You just have these glimpses, and I was going around, and I was singing at people like blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly, and then you're out again. Yeah. And then I blacked back in, and unfortunately, and I was at. So this is also bananas. She's had this party at this castle in Portugal.
Yeah.
And we're at this ancient castle in Portugal, and I was in front of like a 1200 AD Virgil book.
Yeah.
Where you're supposed to hold it with white gloves, and I was just getting my fingerprints all over the Virgil.
You destroyed an ancient ark. Okay.
And then I woke up the next morning. So then the next morning was tough. I guess in my sleep or in my drunken stupor, I had taken all the sheets off the bed. I had taken the mattress protector off the bed.
Yeah.
I had peed on the bed.
Yeah.
I had vomited on the bed.
Yeah.
I also was wearing self-tanner, but I didn't know I was supposed to wash it off. So I was pumpkin orange.
Yeah.
And I had rolled around in the piss and gotten the pumpkin orange and the piss all over the mattress.
Yeah.
And then I had gone downstairs. I don't know what I was wearing downstairs. I had thrown up in the fountain.
Yeah.
On the ancient art.
Yeah.
On near the Virgil, enough for the splatter to get on the Virgil.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't think I should drink again. It was really bad.
So, just so we're clear, when I asked if you had an issue with alcohol and you answered no confidently, this is going to go ahead and be one of the most clear cases of having an issue with alcohol. That is a really wild tale. And ultimately, by the way, everyone's fine.
Everyone's fine.
But wow, that's crazy.
But I have no other tales like that. It was the only time I was like, I'm going to get really drunk tonight. I'm going to keep up with my friends and it's going to be awesome. Because I'm never that girl. And it's like, oh, this is why I should never be that girl.
You have no other tales like that.
I have... I'm like, do I have another tale like that? I don't think I've never blacked out before. Yeah.
See, I have a problem with food because when you were describing grabbing the ham fresh off the thing, I was so jealous. I was like thrilled. I was like, God, that sounds amazing. He's slicing the ham straight into my hand and I'm just going to mouth with it. I like that.
Do you black out with food?
No, I'm blacked in when I'm eating. I never feel more awake. No. I had a bad binge eating problem when I was in my early 20s. I was binge eating like crazy. I mean, I was so like, but I was depressed I was the most depressed man alive. I could have won awards if we had a competition. I just was I was so depressed, but it was complicated because I was also having fun. Like, I don't know. I still would have a good time. I didn't realize how depressed I was. I don't think the whole time it was happening. Binge eating like crazy. Putting away some crazy stuff.
Was it like a crazy high-lows situation?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like
what was I like having manic?
No, not like manic highs, lows, but just like sometimes I feel like the times in which I can point to having the most amount of maybe actually I have the mental disorder. Not that I was saying you had the mental disorder, but
no, that's fine.
If I point to the times in which I was the most depressed, I also had these splurts of the most highs, not like manic highs, but like just, I don't know. I feel like if I point to my 20s, it looks a little bit, this is a podcast, I guess. High oscillations.
They'll watch it. Yeah, okay. Up and down.
Then now it's like I have less oscillations, but also maybe I'm medicated now. There was a lot to unpack.
That's medication. You're saying that the highs are gone, but so are the dips.
But the lows, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I fear. For me, Caleb, I think
Are you unmedicated?
I'm unmedicated.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, there's a little badge on my arm. I'm one of the last ones. I am unmedicated. I'm well, but I think the depression in college was crazy. The binge eating, and I was depressed in a way where like I would eat something psycho. Like I would have like a fucking 2 liter of Mountain Dew, a whole pizza, and like 3 candy bars, and then I'd get in my bed sick, and then I was so, because you should get in bed after that. They always say take down 8,000 calories and then go ahead and get on your back as quick as you can. And then I was so sad and lonely, I would like beg a friend to come sit in bed with me so I didn't have to be alone. And a couple people would. I mean, like people had shit going on, but people would, which was really sweet. Boy, rough area of life.
I wonder, college was, I think, if I look back, my most depressed time.
Yeah.
As well.
But you were running a fucking business. You were selling the hell out of those snakes.
I was. Yeah, I was. And then when I dropped out, it was awesome. So really, and I dropped out for stand-up and I got to do that. So I guess, but my 1 year, that's me trying to relate. That one year was tough. I did not like college.
I tried to drop out, and my mom begged me not to, so I didn't. But I tried because I came to New York. I worked at Columbia. I did a summer internship at Columbia for 2 summers, and after the second summer, during the second summer, I called my mom and I was like, "I'm not coming back to school. I'm going to find an apartment. There's a job at the college that I think I can get. I'm going to move to New York, and like I'm going to try to do like comedy and theater and stuff." And she was like, "Please, God, do not do that. Finish your fucking degree." And I was like, "No, I really can't. I got to stay in New York. I don't want to come back." Because I was hating being in Southern Missouri at that time. And I was like, I just can't do it anymore. I got to get the fuck out of there. And yeah, she begged. And she never begged me to do anything. My mom always let me do whatever I wanted. And this is the first time she ever begged me to do anything.
Wow.
And so I went back and finished school.
So it's a sign.
I'm so glad I did. She was so right. But yeah, I almost dropped out.
I really want to go back.
To college?
Yeah.
What do you want to study?
I applied after season 1, but now we got to go do season 2. But I want to study. I would love to study English or history. Yeah. I would love more context for some. I feel like now I have the tools to write, and you got some crazy stuff going on next door.
What the fuck they're doing?
They're throwing things.
Anyway,
I would. I don't know. I'd love more. Just like I feel like I can write now, and now I would love just to be able to be more informed as I, write and say things.
Yeah. English or history would be so fun. Mm-hmm. Some of my favorite classes in college were history classes.
I feel like now I feel like, if I went back, I'd ace that. But maybe that's hubris. Maybe.
I don't know. I think it would be so hard.
Yeah.
We were not kind to non-traditional students when I was there.
Yeah.
Like a 34-year-old with a rolly backpack, we were like, "You're Al Qaeda." Like we just were like, we were so mean for no reason. Not to their face, but we were just like, "Oh God, John's got a remark." You know what I mean? Like we hated it. Do you know what? Weren't you guys like that? We just were so judgmental and weird.
I'm in Improv 101 right now, which is a wild experience. But I noticed that people aren't as nice to the older students as well. And so I'm like, damn, dude, they're just trying to have a good time.
What had you ever trained in improv before this?
No.
Oh, cool.
No, and I got to keep up with Holmes.
Yeah, trying to keep up with Holmes in improv is it's a unique skill that
impossible.
It's a horrific endeavor.
It feels like Holmes is connected. You know when people talk about this with basketball players too, or something, or football. I don't know, whatever. Where it's like someone has some sort of connection to another side, or like to a light, or like I don't know. I guess
it's a darkness. Yeah. Holmes is connected to a darkness. Yeah.
They're connected to something that I'm like, how did you'll be in a scene with them? You're like, how did you do what?
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to not break?
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable.
They're just, in my opinion, like the funniest performer alive, right? Like I just genuinely do think they're the funniest person that is currently alive and working. And I think what happened is when God made most people, they poured a little bit. They poured like some creativity. They poured like some executive function. They put all kinds of things in there. And with Holmes, they poured all improv and 0 executive function. And so it's like responding to an email for Holmes is like going to war. Mm-hmm. But thinking of the funniest thing you've ever heard off the top of their head is like, just like, it's like batting their eyes, It's
unbelievable. It's bananas. And
they're a singular genius.
Singular genius.
Yeah, it really is true.
And not that I'm trying to be a singular genius, but I would also love to be able to, we would be in scenes and they would start and I would know that I just couldn't keep up and I would panic and I would just look down lens and
just
end the
spiking
scene.
the camera.
Yeah. I'd be like, okay. Or I'd be like, okay, let's end now. I would cut us.
You're cutting from within the scene.
Yes.
I'm addicted to that.
I was just so afraid. I don't know how to give you the layup for the, the thing you need to spike the ball. So I would just be like, we have to end. We have to
get me out of this scene now.
Yeah.
That is really hard, and it makes total sense. And I think you're brilliant. You're great in the show. You know this. But yeah, that is really difficult. I mean, I love improv, and I love doing it on set. And I've been in the dynamic you're talking about, where the other person is like frustrated or just not accustomed to it, and that is really tough.
Yeah. so.
But you're great in the show.
Oh.
You're phenomenal, really, truly.
you.
I know you know that, but are
And
you excited
so are
to
you.
go back? Thanks, my little scene in the show. I keep telling Benny to bring me back. I'm like, bring me back. I'll do something fun in season 2.
I think I guess I haven't seen updated scripts, but I think that's the plan.
That's what they were saying.
That? Yeah.
Would be fun. I love to pop in and play. It's like a real joy. I think it's one of the things I want most in my life is to. I don't desire to be in Benny's role, and I don't desire to be in like Rachel Sennett's role in those shows, like the crazy mega mastermind of the thing. I'm all good on that. It looks horrendous.
Yeah.
They're both doing it with such grace and flair. I watched them do it, and I'm like, I think I'd rather be stabbed to death with tweezers. It looks horrible. Yeah. But coming in for 3 days, killing your thing, and then leaving, what a beautiful experience.
I've never done that. I want to do that. I want to try doing that.
You'd be so fun as a little energy pop on a thing and just getting out of there.
If maybe once I do more improv.
Once this improv class happens and once you get season 2 done, that's where it's all waiting.
Yeah.
You have to tell me so quickly about, we're almost out of time, but tell me about Horse High School briefly, please.
Okay, Horse High School was this high school where you go and every freshman gets a horse and has to take care of the horse. And if they don't take care of the horse dies. And that's sad for all. Yeah. And you learn how to be a cowgirl. Yeah. I wanted to be a cowgirl when I went to high school.
How did you find that? How did your parents find this school?
I found it. I was trying to get out of the house type vibe. And I was looking for programs where I could get out of the house. And also I did want to be a cow. I was obsessed with all Westerns. I don't know. And this idea that of this lawless land where you create your own credos. I don't know. What was into me. And I just found it on the internet.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And it was awesome. I applied to a ranch program last week. I was like, maybe I'll work at a ranch program. I don't know. I told my manager and she's like, absolutely not will you be doing that.
Hey, so your career that's going well, we'd like you to do it.
Yeah. But there were some issues with me and the horse where that sounded like we had some political issues. No, the horses are just wide and I have these little legs.
Yeah.
And so if the horse is too wide, my legs, they don't wrap around the horse. They just kind of
shoot off into the ether.
They wear me like a little hat.
Yeah, they're supposed to go like this.
Yes.
Mine go like this. Yeah. Seen it a million times.
And and not that I couldn't, but I was getting knee problems.
Yeah.
And pretty immediately. And it's hard work and that too. But
so did you graduate from Horse High School?
I did graduate from Horse High School. I can do all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
I can lasso. I can shoot a gun off a horse. Yeah.
You are a fascinating individual. I'm very jealous of Horse High School. To have that level of agency at that age. I wasn't questioning almost anything. I was just going where I was told. That is so cool.
I had those kind of parents where you had to question.
Yeah.
You better question.
Couldn't follow the program. Needed to ask some cues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wally, what's so true to you?
What's so true? Oh, wait. Okay. I think what is so true to me is that I think what should be so true to me? I have little ones. I have big one. Big one. Okay. This is what was getting at me this morning. I think we focus way too much on the creator and not what is created. I feel like we spend too much time. I think about how much we focus on the casting of a project where there's a lot of, I had this thought when I was hearing about stunt casting in, or another stunt casting in, which is do you know what stunt casting? Yeah. On a Broadway show, where, what's her face? Whitney Leavitt from Sex Lives of College Wives is on Broadway now. And not that all power, whatever. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about it. I just feel like if we cared more about the art, we would cast people and things that have a lot of training in the craft.
Yeah. You're not throwing shade to this individual. You're saying in general, if we would change the cultural focus on really focus on capitalism is the issue, that they're like, this person will sell the most tickets. And it's like, but are they right for the role?
Yes.
Are they right for the role is a question that almost never gets asked.
And I'm feeling it more and more, as awesome as it is. And I mean, I guess I am a benefit of like someone that was started in one field and then got to hop over to another. I do feel like we are not asking that question enough. And it's just sort of like, who is the most followers that can bring eyes to this movie, or who can, and it is, I'm like, I feel like we're losing sight of craft. And a lot of people that do jump from thing to thing with like a follower base do have experience in craft, and, but I don't know. This
was one of my biggest frustrations of getting my movie made last year, was that the years that we were trying to get it made, every actress that would come up, there would be this incredible actress who doesn't have a huge internet following, but has worked for decades, and she's amazing. And we all know she's talented.
Yeah.
Everybody loves her and everything. But she's just not mega internationally famous. And you would mention this actor, and they'd be like, she doesn't have value.
Yeah.
Literally, the phrase doesn't have value. I had to ban the word value from meetings. I was like, I don't want to hear it anymore. It is so disgusting and dehumanizing and stupid. And it's like, I am talking about who's good for the role. Mm-hmm. And you're talking to me about who's going to sell this imagined version of my indie film where it's huge in Taipei. And we need Cate Blanchett to be the waitress. It's like, stop. Like, just stop. Not everything needs to be an end-over-end growth machine for like global domination.
Yes.
Let's make a simple indie movie where everyone's good at the role. Mm-hmm. It makes me feel insane. I really, really agree. I wish there was a way where we could just have more focus on like talent and craft and not have to worry so much about like packaging, like the anxiety of packaging.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's too much there's just like a lot of idolatry in culture. And I feel like that's how we end up in this space where it's like, oh, let's put the hottest person in. I don't know. It frustrates me, Caleb. That's so true.
Frustrates me.
Mm-hmm.
I have a game for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is, the game. You've listened to the show. I'm going to read you 15 statements. You're going to tell me as quickly as you can if what I just said was true or false.
Okay.
And if you get 10 or more correct, Wally, we're going to give you $50 US. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, Tom Sawyer was a real person.
False.
False. There are 30 NFL teams.
True.
False. There's 32. Friendster is older than MySpace.
False.
It's true.
Oh.
New Jersey's state motto is liberty and prosperity.
False.
True.
Oh.
The Mona Lisa was painted in the 1700s.
True.
False. 1600s. The Spanish national anthem has no words.
False.
True.
Oh.
The quick O after each one. Oh. All snakes lay eggs to give birth.
False.
False. Some have live births.
Yeah.
The iPad is older than the iPhone.
False.
False. The side of a hammer is called the shoulder.
The side. True.
False. The cheek.
Oh.
Dolphins can't smell.
False.
True.
Oh.
Barnard College's mascot is Tilly the bear.
False.
False. It's Millie the bear.
Oh.
The first.
Sorry, I'm not doing it on purpose.
No, I love it. The first McDonald's was located in California.
True.
True. The Arctic Ocean is the smallest ocean in the world.
True.
True. There are 3 bones in a human ear.
No.
True. Old Navy was originally called Mission Bay Clothing.
Yeah. True.
False. It's always been Old Navy.
Oh.
How'd she do, Chance?
A strong 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Out of how many?
15.
Oh, that's good.
That's really good. Honestly, we've had a couple 6s recently, so there's something in the air. Wally, do you want to tell people where they can find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram and in Bushwick.
Exactly correct.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have something to say to you off camera. Okay, Thank you so much for doing it. This was great.